2021. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sergio, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes. John Kennedy.
Here.
Drago Popovic.
Here.
Brendan Sheeran.
Here.
Nancy Woland.
Here.
Mark LaRue.
Here.
Attorney Adam Decker.
Here.
Councilman Liaison Brian Blazak.
Here.
And Town Manager Chris Salatas is not here today.
Thank you. So minutes, we don't have any minutes available. So I guess we're going to ask for deferral. Do I have a motion for deferral for minutes?
So moved.
If I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Will please have a roll call for vote on deferment of minutes?
John Kennedy.
Yes.
Drago Popovic.
Yes.
Brandon Sheeran.
Yes.
Nancy Woland.
Yes.
And Mark LaRue.
Yes. Motion carries to deferment. We're going to get back on track on this pretty much, I think, the next couple of meetings, correct, Sergio?
That's the go. We are looking to hire a records admin position early next year, and then they would catch up all the minutes.
Okay, I thought we had already one. I talked with one of the board members, and they said they already had someone hired, I thought.
I'm not aware of that
Okay,
discussion.
I'll have to talk with Mr. Sweats then.
Yep.
Okay, next on the agenda, 2021-23 special exception from St. John MC 24-174 to allow an accessory use building, open memorial pavilion at 9615 Kyleman Street, Zone C1, General Commercial District, 1.4 acres. Dr. Pitchford and Grant Curry Linden Group. Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening. I'm Grant Currier, President of Linden Group Architects, 10100 Orland Parkway, Suite 110, Orland Park, Illinois, 60467. Also a St. John resident. Glad to be here.
Thank you for being here.
With me tonight is one of the owners, Shelley Pitchford, with Great Lakes Orthopedics, and she was just going to say a couple words about Dr. McLean and the significance of the pavilion, and then I was going to walk you through the renderings and the site plan just to give you some orientation, go over any questions, but I was going to let Shelley say a couple words.
I stand corrected. That was Dr. Pitchford, so Shelley Pitchford. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was just going to introduce myself. I am Shelley Pitchford, Dr. Pitchford's wife, and we own the building at 9615 Kyleman next to the Kmart. And one of our associates, Dr. Richard McLean, he's been with us for several years. Earlier this year was diagnosed with a fatal lung disease and actually succumbed just about a month ago. And we thought it would be nice to do something in his memory. And we thought a memorial pavilion overlooking the pond for our staff to, have lunch or just, a few quiet moments and just to enjoy the time. And it would be nice for him, for something for him to be, for his memory to go on.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for your loss.
So looking at the site plan, pointer's not working too well, but north is up, Kyleman's on the
Sure.
left side of the sheet, and 96 Place on the bottom. It's a two-story commercial building, office use, and behind it to the east, there's a detention pond, and we've drawn in there a 12 by 12 pavilion structure right off the exit doors that are on that east side of the building. And this is just kind of a graphic 3D of it. It's going to be a wood frame structure, obviously with a safety railing around it, kind of engaged into that hill that slopes down into the detention pond. We'd have a couple sonotubes supporting that right side of it, and then a basic deck structure. The roof would have a blue standing seam. These are the more little photorealistic renderings. Just kind of a nice focal point for that side of the building. As Shelley said, a gathering point, break area that would overlook the pond and, kind of engage that feature and make it a little bit more useful. So it's a pretty straightforward project, and happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from the board?
No.
As far as any, I go to the Chase Bank all the time. I know the building quite well. I live around the corner from it. And, it looks different than, as far as you're gonna put more shrubbery, or is it just the structure itself? Are we gonna try to, I guess, improve that area as a whole? I know it's just a little retention pond. I see, little muskrats and ducks in there on occasion, Just curious, just the plan to put the building up itself, or are we looking at other improvements?
Right now, it's just the building.
Okay.
And taking away the section of the fencing to create the pavilion. I think you guys have a pretty nice landscape maintenance plan now. Probably once you get more involved and you're out there, you may add some plantings around the pond, but right now you don't have any other plans.
We don't have any plans right now.
Okay.
Is the color of the roof of the pavilion the same as the color of your logo? Are you trying to coordinate that?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what we're saying.
It seems like you're trying to be as asymmetrical to the pavilion to the building.
Correct.
Okay.
A submarine or something. Okay. I have a seat, sir, for just a couple seconds.
Okay.
We'll open up for public comment. There's nobody here for public comment. That's very strange. Anyway, is there anyone online for public comment? Do we have anybody other than Nancy and Mr. Blazek online?
Still here. Here.
Thanks. No, I'm fine if we have anybody else online that has a comment, Nancy. Any remonstrances come through on this at all?
We have not received anything as of 6 o'clock this evening.
Okay. With that, we'll close public comment. Sir, if you'd stand up again, sorry for the rigmarole here, giving your calisthenics in for the day. Is there any questions from the board?
Just, this is more out of curiosity in terms of the leading posts that are closest to the retention pond there. How do you guys remedy that foundation for that, as far as it going right into like a wetland area?
We're going to do a drilled pier, probably a 2-foot in diameter poured concrete sonotube for each corner.
How deep do you go then with that?
Yeah, our structural engineer hasn't looked at it yet, but it could be, I would imagine, 5 feet.
Like I mentioned, it's pretty muddy or
Yeah, that's right.
clay material underneath there.
Yeah, I think once we take the pier down and when it comes out, we can get a pretty good idea
Well,
of
what
the
you're
pocket
dealing with down
penetrometer,
there.
what kind of soil we're dealing with.
Okay.
But it's a relatively light structure. We have some lateral wind loads on it, but not a whole lot of gravity load with it.
Gotcha. Any other questions for Mr. Courier? If not, I will open up for approval or denial. I'd like to make a motion.
And Mr. Chairman, just to clarify, this
Yes,
is a
sir.
recommendation that would be taken this evening to the
Is this again,
council.
we're going to the town council with this? Okay,
The town council has the final say.
final say on this, all right,
Regard
my
to the
bad.
special exception.
This is the second time in a row we've done this one, so my apologies. So again,
One more question. You said it's a wood structure with, what's it wrapped with again? Cement?
Cement board?
Cement board, okay.
Right.
Very good. Okay.
But it would be pressure treated framing and then wrapped with cement board product.
Mr. President, hearing no other comments or questions, I'll make a favorable recommendation to approve the accessory building, that the establishment's maintenance or operation of the safety special exemption will not be detrimental or to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare, that the special exception will not be injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purpose already permitted, not substantially diminish and impair property value within the neighborhood, that the establishment of the special exemption will not impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of the surrounding property or uses permitted in the district. Adequate measures will be taken to provide egress, so designed as to minimize traffic congestion in the public street, and that adequate utilities, access road drainage, where the necessary facilities will be provided, and the adequate measures will, in all respects, conform to the applicable regulations of the zoning district in which it is located, and that the special exemption shall be required to comply with reasonable time limits on commencement and duration of special exemptions, as well as holder of rights to same.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
Can we please have a roll call?
John Kennedy,
Yes.
Drago Popovic,
Yes.
Brendan Sheeran,
Yes.
Nancy Woland, Nancy Woland,
Yes.
and Mark LaRue.
Yes. Motion carries for favorable. Good luck in the town council.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, new old business. We have none. Public comment.